Okay, what's up guys? Welcome to episode 2 of A Day in the Life of a Sports Trader. Based on the popularity of the first video, my first YouTube video, I figured, why not turn this into a series alongside my podcast? So, I figured it'd be something different, a little bit more fun. Sports trading is quite a niche sort of community. I mean, there's a lot of guys out there, but on YouTube, there's not too many sports traders in this space. So, and there's certainly no one doing, a day in the life sort of thing. So the first video was, there was no narration. So I figured, I'll be talking to the camera going forward, makes it a bit more personal. And, a lot of guys out there will be able to relate to my sort of lifestyle, people in this kind of line of work. So, just having fun with it. But, it's 7 o'clock right now, and I've got an early morning tee off. Gonna sneak in around the golf before I start work. So, gonna carry on filming when I get in the car. So, see you guys in a bit. Okay, so on my way to the golf club, gonna get a round in. I always look forward to the weekends, to play golf, because I always play golf. Monday to Fridays, I do my cardio where I go for a run, 2-mile run. And I absolutely hate it. I absolutely dread it. Trying to lose some weight, before the summer, trying to get in shape. So I always welcome around the golf. It's a lot more fun, obviously. And I know golf, people consider it an old man sport, but at the end of the day, you're walking for around 4 hours. You're carrying about 10 pounds of weight, and you're walking around 3 miles, 4 miles, depending on. Depending on how many fairways you hit, I guess. If you play army golf like I do, then I guess that can easily double. But, it's good fun. And we got a nice 4-ball today, playing with a few mates. 2 of them are professionals, actually. Well, one of them at least. I don't know if the other one's going to play. But dare I say it, one of the pros we're playing with, he's probably one of England's most promising talents. He comfortably goes around, the course, 4 under, 5 under. He can go 6, 7 under if he really turns it on. So I'm gonna have to throw the kitchen sink at him today. Really gonna have to start trash talking him and start getting in his head. But honestly, if you see this guy play, he's absolute gravy. And just his mindset is, something different. He's been getting coaching from a certain guy. So I'm gonna get him on the podcast soon. We're gonna have a real interesting chat. So hopefully get that organized in the next couple of weeks. But today I've got to kick his ass.
Do a better one.
Alright, so we're here on the tee.
Instead of a podcast,
we've got a little 4-ball going on, a little better ball.
Course.
And it's me and Zan here. It's us 2. Against the champ, Owen. And his boy Nick, right here. So we're gonna kind of have to go all out, throw the kitchen sink at them today. So there's gonna be a lot of trash talking.
And he's got the stealth.
And all I'm gonna say is anything less than a 5-4 win today is an abject failure. So we're gonna kick your ass. Anything less than 5-4 we win today. Let's go.
5-4.
Sit. That's a beauty. Yeah, good shot. Shot. And these boys don't know what they asked for. Me and Zan have just pounded it down the middle. And unfortunately for Nick here,
He just bought a brand new stealth driver. It's really expensive, top of the range.
yeah.
We'll show you the tree he's playing from right now.
wicked hit. Shot. Yeah, it's a hit zone. So how many shots we getting?
Huh?
How many shots we getting? I'm getting 8 and he's getting 12. That sounds fair.
Yeah, that's fair, that's fair.
You're off plus 4 and plus 3, right?
Play for?
How much you would have played for? Up for anything. You know
I
me.
don't mind.
How much did you win in Portugal?
Don't worry about it.
We're then food and drinks after.
Yeah. Well, he's
Well,
not
I can't
staying.
stay though.
He's got a date.
Oh, that's fine. I'll send you the bill. Suddenly I've got a big appetite all of a sudden.
For a man.
So you don't want to catch up.
Go, go. Shot. Get left. That's a beauty. Bit chunky, but that'll work. Good shot. Played. Alright, we're 1 up, 3 to play, 16th par 5, and I've just stiffed it to about 10 feet, what it looks like from here for eagle. So these are under serious pressure. Trash talk's been paying off, clearly. Well, we just finished our round and my hay fever's absolutely killing me. It's really kicked in now. So lucky I got my medicine on me. Oh, yes, we finished. We won 2-1, me and Zan. I was around 6 over par, I think. I've got my card here. So yeah, I finished around 6 over, finished 6 over par. Didn't play well, didn't play bad either. It was just a average round, just a few mistakes around the greens which cost me. But you know, it's a game of fine margins, and you know, when you play off a relatively low handicap, you know, you can't afford to be giving away silly shots, which is especially the case for, you know, guys like Owen and Nick, who are off, you know, they're off like +3, +4 respectively. So they can't afford to make any mistakes, you know, during their rounds. And when they do make mistakes, they bounce back so well. So it's just a different level that they're at. You know, my friend Zan, he was around level handicap. I was around level handicap, a little bit over. I think Owen was 2 under and Nick was around level. So, and they were playing average as well. You know, they were playing average and they were level and 2 under par respectively. But those guys, when they turn it on, they can go 5, 6, 7 under par. They're that good. And, you know, when you play with guys like that, it raises your game as well. So it's so important to, you know, whatever endeavor you do, to just, you know, try and surround yourself with people better than you. And, you know, they're kind of in that situation where they're so good as amateurs. They're both county champions, England level players. I think Nick represented England at under 16 or under 18 level. And when you're that good, you got 2 choices. You either go get a job and, you know, sack it off, or, you know, you take that dive, you take that leap of faith to turn professional and try and make it. And I got nothing but respect for them. You know, they're both having a crack at it. They're both young. I think Nick's around 25, Owen's around 22, 21. Very young in their careers. And, you know, it's a sport like golf where, you know, there's only probably 300-400 people in the world who are making a real good living. And when you put that into perspective, there's tens of millions, probably around 50 million people in the world playing golf, and there's only 300-400 people making a good living from it. That's like 0.001%. I can't do the math at the top of my head, but you know, that's how risky it is, that's how tough it is. And as good as they are, you know, there's thousands, if not tens of thousands of people who are at that level, but only 300-400 make it. So you need a lot of breaks to go your way. You need to turn up at the right time. Whereas in a profession like mine, where I'm a trader, and as hard as it is, you know, there's probably tens of thousands of people making a living doing what I'm doing. So tens of thousands of people making a living doing what I'm doing, and only 300-400 people making a living playing golf. So, you know, you got to run the numbers, and it just goes to show how difficult it is, you know, turning professional in golf. So I've got nothing but respect for those guys, and I really hope they make it. And they've got the game, there's no question about that. But it's just about attitude and mentality. And when you speak with a guy like Owen, you see how aggressive he is and how confident he is, and how much belief he's got in himself. So, you know, I'm definitely going to get him on the podcast soon. We'll have a real interesting chat, and it'll be a real eye-opener for you guys to see. But yeah, that's that for now. Let's get back to the office, and let's do some trading. Okay, so just freshened up, just had a shave, shower, just got changed. Before I start work, I always do that. It's just kind of become part of the ritual now. You know, you just want to be comfortable, and you just want to get in the zone. You know, so yeah, we're gonna get started, and today we're gonna trade only horse racing. So there's a lot of action on today. We're not gonna do any cricket or anything. We're just gonna do horse racing. Unlike the first video when I done that day in the life of a trade, I was trading a Saturday, and I was trading with a, you know, bit of a bigger bankroll. So today is just a weekday, and I'm gonna trade with a significantly smaller bankroll than usual. It's probably gonna surprise a lot of people, but let me just show you what I'm gonna trade with. So today I'm gonna use, so I start with £150, £150 bankroll, and I made a couple of trades before this video started. So just done a bit of Aussie racing, just made about 20 quid or so. So I'll start with a £150 bankroll, and we've got around, I think, 40 or so races. Let's try and get that in. About 40 or so races, but we're going to stop around 6 o'clock because I've got some guests coming over. But the reason why I'm using a £150 bankroll today is, you know, just to make a point, just to show that, you know, I always get asked how much money I use to trade with and what you need to start. So I'm just making a point that, you know, £150 is, you know, it's more relatable to most people, and it just goes to show that you only need a small bank to make a good enough return on a daily basis on horse racing. You don't need a big bankroll. You know, when it comes to weekend racing, I typically use around, you know, £1,000. During the week, I'm using around £500. But like I said, today I'm just using 150, just so it's relatable to most people and just to show you what's possible. So we're probably going to work on around 30, 35 races, and I'm going to look to make, you know, at least 100 quid. We're going to go for 200. So, you know, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, we're just looking to make small, consistent returns, not do anything stupid. It's totally different when it comes to other sports like cricket, football, tennis. It absolutely doesn't make sense to use a small bankroll then, because cricket, for example, you know, you take the IPL, which is the biggest 2020 franchise, and you've got around £50 million matched per game. Or test cricket, you can have up to 60, 70 million pounds matched over the course of 5 days. So it makes absolute sense to compound your bankroll. If you have an edge, you know, you want to take bigger positions. Whereas in horse racing, you know, the average weekday race has got around 500,000 turned over, which is barely 1%, you know, of that of a cricket match. So you don't need a bankroll. That's the point I'm making. So I'm going to show what's possible, what can be made today. So the date today is, what is it, 22nd of August? I think it's a Friday. So yeah, we'll get cracking, and hopefully we hit our target. And yeah, see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, so we're approaching nearly the halfway mark, so just thought I'd give you guys an update. And I'm a little embarrassed to say this, but my internet cut on a trade and I've just been hit with a silly loss. So now I'm tethering off my phone. If you can see, just that green mark there, I'm now tethering off my phone. As you can see, I live a little bit off the beaten track, so the internet isn't the best here. But I just made a stupid loss. Let me show you guys. This has really annoyed me. Can you see? Just lost 128 quid on one race. That was bad enough, that £35 loss, but it was bearable at least. You know, I was ticking over nicely until then. As you can see, I was doing okay, just warming up nicely. And so now I'm down 100 quid. And we've got 2.5 hours left. So it's a real uphill battle from here. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't my fault. You know, the internet cut and things like that happen. Well, I mean, it shouldn't have happened. That hasn't happened in a long time. But that's why you need to use liabilities which you can afford to lose worst to worst. You know, when the worst thing happens. So 128 pound loss. It's bad, but it's bearable. You know, we've got a lot of great action ahead. So one thing I'm not going to do is chase. I'm going to trust the process. There's good action ahead. I'm going to bet a little bit more aggressively just because the liquidity is picking up. But I'm going to let the opportunities come to me. You can't just work hard or trade hard. It doesn't work like that. So yeah, it's going to be a struggle from here to hit our target, but hopefully we can rally home. Like I said, there's good action. I'm not going to chase. I'm just going to scratch trades if they don't go my way, but I am going to be a wee bit more aggressive. So we've got 2.5 hours. Just going to stay focused, stay present, just take it one race at a time, and just claw back what we can and hopefully end the day in profit. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so we're done for the day. It's past 6 o'clock now, and what a roller coaster it was. We got there in the end. We crossed the £100 mark, but to be honest, I would have been happy with a break-even day after that loss, that crazy loss, that 3-figure loss, which I didn't anticipate. That really threw me off guard. But I went on a really good late rally. Let me show you guys. Let's get this up here. So, just gonna let this focus. There we are. Yeah, so £112 for the day. As you can see, everything was done today. 39 races. So yeah, all places today. There's that £128 loss I got hit with. And then after that, I just went on a really good rally. Let me show you guys. Just look at this. Literally no losers. My worst loss was that fiver over there. And I did say that I'm going to bet a little bit more aggressively when it comes to the afternoon as the liquidity was picking up. But I was more than happy to scratch trades as I've done here. But you know, one thing that should really stand out is the consistency of my results, barring that £130 loss. You know, my results are super consistent. I didn't go chasing. You know, there are no £100 winners there, £150 winners. So I didn't cheat. I didn't take any big risks to make that money back, because you know, a lot of people, they fall into that habit, and it's so easy to just, you know, lose discipline after that £130 loss and go chasing. You just got to understand that the markets don't work like that. You can't just work harder or bet bigger and just chase losses. All that's going to happen is you're going to throw yourself off mentally and make even more mistakes. You just got to trust the process and let the markets come to you, which is what I did. Like I said, you know, I ended up making £100. I ended up hitting my target, but I'd have been more than happy with just a break-even day, or even just a small loss. But yeah, I just trusted the process and let things happen. But to be honest, it would have been a little bit embarrassing if I ended the day losing, because this video was going up anyway. You know, I was expecting a nice and easy cruise to 100 quid, just nick a fiver here and there. I had no idea I was going to make that £130 loss. You know, I just picked today to film, and it happened on camera. But with hindsight, I'm glad it did, because you guys got to see, you know, how I stayed composed and how I handled myself in a situation like that. And I hope that serves as a lesson to anyone watching, you know, who's struggling to be profitable long term. You know, there's no bulletproof method to making money. You know, losses are part of the game. Of course, in this instance, it wasn't really to do with my trading, but the point still stands. Even if that was my fault, I didn't go chasing it back. you know, if you have an edge, you just got to trust that, and yeah, and you'll make money in the long term. But you know, I do teach my methods. I do teach them via my video pack, and details to that are available in the link below if that's something that interests you. But if you're here because you just enjoy my content, then don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It's free. But yeah, I'm thinking of turning this, you know, day in the life sort of thing into a little series. So, you know, the first video was really popular, so I got a lot of positive feedback. So, you know, I'm glad you guys enjoy this sort of thing. And you know, when I film these sort of videos, they're literally just, you know, off the cuff, just on a whim. You know, I'll just choose a day. But yeah, you know, to people who aren't, you know, familiar with sports trading, what you got to understand is that, you know, it's not about making crazy big wins. As you saw with my results, you know, my biggest winner was, what was it, 30 quid or something. But it's about consistency. I mean, there's nothing spectacular about making £100. But you know, when you're making 100, 200 pounds, you know, day in, day out, you know, day after day, week after week, month after month, it adds up to something substantial. You know, if you're looking for big winners, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 pound trades, you can only do that on cricket or football, you know, tennis, you know, sports like that, where the liquidity is much higher. Racing doesn't work like that. Racing is just about consistency, and just, you know, you just rinse and repeat trade after trade, and just take your profits. Where, you know, when it comes to cricket, and maybe in a future video I'll film myself trading a 1-day game or a 5-day test match, so you get to see how much more money I make, you know, off those sort of things. But they're just not as frequent as horse racing. So horse racing, I'm just looking for small consistent wins which build up over time, and then I use those profits to trade, you know, sports like cricket. But yeah, I hope that I hope that this video gives you guys some insight as to what it looks like trading a full day of racing. And yeah, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Peace.